there in Watchland, this is JD. Welcome to my channel, Watch My Service, providing vintage pocket watch servicing. You can reach me at jdwatchservice@gmail.com. I have in front of you today a Freestyle Shark watch. This is a quartz watch, which is unusual for me, but I've had this watch for many years. In fact, went on vacation once, and the bartender in the swimming pool bugged me every day to buy it off me. He just loved it, right? So I bought this in Washington, D.C. on business, and it was in this watch store. I thought, this is really cool. I like the yellow stylings on it. It's got a bezel. It's not I don't believe it's 120 click, but it seems like it's a double click bezel, as you can hear it. Very interesting bezel. It is 100 meters, as it says there. It says night vision. I'm not sure why it says night vision, by the way, but night vision 100 meters H2O, which is really interesting. So anyone that's never taken chemistry would not know what H2O means, and there's likely tons of people out there that don't know what that means. It's got a couple of buttons here for setting the time and doing different things. So 12:53. It's obviously not correct, because if you look at the analog part of the watch, it is not 12:53, so that's off. It's got a really nice red second hand ticking away there, which is just beautiful. There's nice lume on this watch. I can't show that to you right now, but it's a very simple watch. There's a guard here for the crown, which is pretty handy. This thing does go down to 100 meters, so it's a 100 meter dive watch. I have had it swimming. Years and years ago I had it swimming. The strap that's on this watch is really interesting. So this strap I actually bought in Italy. So this is Italian. I bought this in Torino, Italy, from a very high-end watch store, and I think this is a $70 or $80 leather watch strap. So there it is on the other side. So it's got blue stitching on one side. You flip it over and it's got red stitching on this side. So I love the strap on this watch. It's called a Freestyle. Let me flip over the back to show it to you. It's a little bit dirty, but it's called a Shark X. Now I have the Shark 2 watch that I may do a video on right after this. So Freestyle Shark X. In the top part you can see the Shark X 75035 is the number. .A as an alpha 126-08. Stainless steel. It's got a Japanese movement in it. It's a very good, very accurate quartz movement in this. I've never had an issue with it. I changed the battery on this about a month ago just to see if it was still going to run, because I hadn't worn it for maybe 5 or 6 years. It goes down to 100 meters, as you can see. Let me get that the case back pointing at you again. Let me see if I get the right angle here. There we go. 100 meters H2O. I love when they say this. And it was designed in California, USA. So it's a California design for this watch. And it says Freestyle 806, which I suspect is the model number, but it's a Shark X Freestyle 806. It's got a conventional scuba diving case back that you screw on, which I like. It's not a snap-on case back, so you know it's a serious watch. It is stainless steel. It's got a lot of scratches on it because I wore it for many, many years. It doesn't have any labeling or branding on the crown. A little disappointing, but that's fine. It's still a little bit dirty, so I'd have to clean this, but it's working perfectly, so there's no issues at all. Let me zoom in a bit on there. Just move the watch up a little closer to the camera, and there you go. Night vision 100 meters H2O. So this thing works really well in the dark. I just love it. It's a pretty thin watch. It looks like it's probably 12 millimeters maybe thick. So it is a bit dirty, as you see, right? So but 12 millimeters thick maybe. The bezel is really smooth. There's no problem with the bezel action at all. It clicks nicely, and I've had this swimming many times. So this is the Freestyle Shark X watch. Now I normally would not show a watch like this on my channel, because I'm into the fully automatic watches or chronographs, and mainly pocket watches. As I said earlier, I do servicing on pocket watches. I will be making a video today on reassembling a Hamilton pocket watch, and I've been asked to fix the pivot on the fourth wheel of another Hamilton pocket watch. I think it's a Hamilton. Maybe it's a Waltham. Who knows? Anyway, I got it in the mail, and I'm going to do that work likely next week. I don't have the time today, but this is the Freestyle, so I'll have to show you the Freestyle Shark 2. So maybe I can go find that watch and then just continue with this video. What do you think? Sounds like a plan. So one might call this Shark Week, because this is a Freestyle Shark 2 over here. Now let's have a look at this one. I did not put a new battery in it, so it is not running, but it's also a nice watch. But if you look at it sideways, I do have a NATO strap on it, but look at the difference in thickness between these two watches, the Shark 1 and the Shark 2. And the Shark 2 X, I think they call it, it has the same kind of numbers on it, but I'm going to take the NATO strap off it so we can have a quick look at it. It says it is an A126-12 Freestyle FS 81244, and you get that from freestyleusa.com. And again, this is a 100-meter dive watch. So we got a 100-meter dive watch, H2O. That must be water. And on the bottom it says 206. So that's a 206. Also dirty, because I have used this a lot. And again, these two watches beside each other, compare the two, and one of them is pretty fat compared to the other one. So the thinner one, I actually like wearing the old one or the older one better because it's so thin and light. This one is a little bit more of a beast, but it does have full analog display. So there you go. So I'm not sure if any of these buttons are actually working right now, but yeah, they are. So cut some of that off, go to something else. So it's funny, the actual, there we go. There's some light, and there it goes. That's the Freestyle Shark 2, and I don't know why the second hand isn't running. That's kind of odd, because I got the digital stuff working, but maybe it shuts itself down, and there's a little bit of luminescence, so it lights up. If you press this button, you're getting yourself a light, which is nice, and a lot more data than the other one has. And again, it has a pretty nice bezel on it. So this also this is actually jammed in there, I think. Yeah, it is. It hasn't been moved in a long time, folks. So I need to take this apart and give it a bit of lube so I can get, oh, there we go. I got some movement on the bezel. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. I just had a glove issue. So there we go. So that works well. And I don't think that I can get the hands working because I don't think there's enough battery power to do that. But I love the fact that it'll change some information here, and I'm not sure if that'll light it up. No, that's alarms, and this thing's going to go off at night on me. So there you go. So that's the Freestyle Shark 2 on a NATO strap. I'll have to put that strap back. And the Freestyle Shark. So that's both of them side by side, as you can see. And then I'll just rotate these again so you can see what they look like sideways. So there we go. I like the older one a lot, actually. The newer one does have a lot more to display from an analog perspective. It even has the 100 meters displayed, and a little tiny sub analog says A. There, the digital dial says A, which I assume is AM versus PM. And if I rotate these two again, you're going to see that one of them is way thicker than the other one. So there we go. So that's my Shark Attack, my two Freestyle Shark watches. Let me know what you think of these things. They are from the Freestyle Company USA. I don't know if there's a Shark 3. I'm going to have to Google the company to see if they're still sharking away. So this is, I would call, Shark Week. So let me know your comment on these nice watches. Let me know what you think. They're around, I think they're around 200 to 250 a pop. So they're not cheap, but you're probably paying more for the style than the movement. So they do have a Japanese movement in them, so good for that. So thanks for watching my channel. Again, I'm JD. Watch my service. I provide vintage pocket watch servicing. Get a hold of me at jdwatchservice@gmail.com. And it's Shark Week. Dun 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 dun.